The Rua says, do you think that there's a big difference between the dialects in America? So that's a good one, because I think you might hear them but not notice them. How does it sound living in, the United States, different ways of speaking? And it's just like anywhere, I think. Every country some countries have multiple languages, but let's say a region with a language may have smaller regions with variations. Right? Like there's in the UK, there are different ways to speak English, right? There are different styles of English. Same goes for China. There are many different dialects in China. Well, of course, in the United States, there are many different ways to speak. And the interesting thing is how I think those reflect the lifestyle in those areas. For example, when I hear typical surfer dude California English, my feeling is, oh, this is a slightly more relaxed place where having fun and relaxing is more of a priority than getting stuff done. And then when I hear East Coast, especially New York, I feel that sort of, I'm in a hurry. I need to get somewhere quickly. I need to get stuff done. I'm hustling. I'm going from place to place. I can kind of feel that when I hear those accents. And in the South, the Southern accent, there's just a slightly more laid back feeling. My experience of going to the South is people tend to be a little more laid back. I mean, obviously that's a huge generalization, but I think in some ways the accent, the dialect reflects the general culture of the region, right? So New York, the sort of stereotypical New Yorker talks like this. They got to go somewhere. They got to get on the subway. They got to go to the 2 line. They got to get downtown by 6 o'clock. They got to get a coffee. They got to have lunch. Everything's kind of a rush, right? And then when you go out west, it's, hey man, this is surfer dude. It's the classic surfer dude. There's actually a guy on TikTok who does. We'll have to look at that sometime, but he talks like this, and everything he says kind of has a slightly upward inflection when he talks, and it just feels a little bit more like, whoa, everything's fine, and that's cool, and yeah. And it's less exact, less precise, and less hurried. It's not a great impression. Then down south, which feels more laid back, and people tend to have a bit of a what's called a southern drawl when they speak. Down in maybe Georgia or anywhere down south, a lot of people have this kind of way of speaking. It's different from place to place, but I think I just did the Texas there first. I get confused between my southern accent and my Texas accent. I get it all mixed up. It's not very good, but that's the kind of flavor of it, right? So I think, again, this highlights the importance of awareness. Is there one way to speak English? Absolutely not. There are many different ways. Should I tell you what's right and what's wrong? Absolutely not. 100%. You decide what you like more and how you want to adjust your pronunciation. I would recommend making sure people can understand you. But as much as possible, expose yourself to different ways of speaking the language. Whatever you happen to be learning, whether it's English or something else, the broader your comfort zone, what you're used to hearing, the more you can sort of pick what to focus on next, better. So I would encourage you to listen for everything. Pay attention to the differences between different accents. It's a good question from Raua. I hope I'm saying that correctly. If you guys haven't done so, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and also check out my full courses in the links in the description.